guest today is no stranger to the Cindy Davis Show. She returns to talk about her new single, Nothing Without You. Welcome, Lettrice Lawrence, joined by her producer, Walter Thompson. How is everybody?
Doing
Good.
good.
Good. Well, welcome to the Cindy Davis Show. Latrice, you're here to talk about your new single, Nothing Without You. And joining you is Walter Thompson, the producer behind the song. Walter,
Right.
can you tell us a little bit about your musical background?
Sure. When I was in the fourth grade, my sister started playing the clarinet, and I was so intrigued by her learning the clarinet. I didn't have a family filled with musicians and singers, so it was not in my blood or in my household. So I didn't grow up around music.
Uh-huh.
But when my sister started playing the clarinet, I said, "Ooh, I want to learn the clarinet as well." And so that's when I started, and it actually blossomed from there. So I started to play in the fourth grade, and I should send you a picture of me playing clarinet. I have a picture I will probably send to you later on, so you can post it of me playing clarinet for my sixth grade graduation.
Oh,
And so then it carried on till junior high school, Henry Clay Junior High School, where I started to actually be in an actual band. So from seventh grade to ninth grade, playing clarinet in band, and I've actually made the all city honor orchestra for the city of LA for junior high
wow.
schoolers as a clarinetist. Then that's when I got my first keyboard. My good friend, they had a band, and I was wanted to join the band, but they said you don't have clarinets in R&B bands. So my mom bought me a keyboard, started playing the piano, and
Uh-huh.
then that's when I started writing songs. I actually started writing songs when I was in ninth grade.
Wow.
And
How did you get
then
discovered?
how I get discovered, actually, so my high school band became really popular. We actually were winning talent shows all around LA.
Oh,
We were
wow.
we were beating adults at high schoolers.
Uh-huh.
So and that's how I became discovered. Several members of my high school are professional, high level entertainers. So they have worked with big names. So I was blessed with some classmates that in my high school, Washington High School, during the '80s, we had talent up the yin yang that we
Yeah.
know now. But back then, we were all just friends, and we all kind of a lot of us just went crazy with the success in music.
Uh-huh.
Mhm.
Okay. So you guys met when y'all were in high school or elementary school? Latrice,
High school.
how did you and Walter meet?
Uh-oh.
We met years ago when we were like 16. I basically was dating one of his friends that he grew up with, and
Um,
they were doing the band back then. I mean, it was, they were deeply into it at Washington. So, you know, I've known him for a long time, and it was just wonderful because they were a really close group of friends. They like to have fun and laugh and cut up and so forth. But
and cut up.
Walter had a real love for music even back then, and so you know I admired that because I had been singing since I was 4 and playing the piano since I was 6. So I was into music myself.
Yeah.
So, it was wonderful. It's always wonderful when you meet fellow musicians and
Yeah.
and you have something in common. So we clicked right away.
Hmm.
That's
So
great. Let's talk about
yeah.
the song Nothing Without You. How did that come about, Walter?
So I had me and my best friend have formed our own company. And she was one of my first clients. I knew her already, and we had
Mhm.
been talking about things. And I said, "Hey, guess what? I built a studio, and I would love you to come in and and sing. And she was so excited that we finally can work together after all these years. So I would be in the studio writing tracks, just playing chords and different tracks. So I played my that idea for that track, and Latrice just loved it right off the bat. So, oh my God, I want to write to this. So we sat down in the studio. She wrote the song, and we laid it down. It was just like it was wonderful from the first note she sang. We knew we had something there.
Wow. So you kind of laid the tracks and then she heard the track?
Hmm.
Oh, okay. So was this in the studio at your house or
I had a home studio,
oh, okay, at your home.
and so that's where we did most of our work. So we sat there, and she heard it, she loved it,
Mhm.
and magic happened.
Latrice, what was it about the song, about the tracks that he was playing that you loved so much? How did you know that you just had to do this song?
Well, for one, the song just resonated with me, and I don't know, I just started writing right away. I mean, it was
Mhm.
Oh,
interesting
good.
because the song just resonated with me,
Oh, okay.
and I clicked with it, and I started writing immediately. And I don't know, it was magical. It really
Mhm.
was. It was magical. And like I said, he's very talented, and we work really well together, and it just flowed. It just
Yeah.
flowed. It was amazing. Um and I'm really glad that we put that song out because we wanted to put out so many things, but this song is a song that really resonated with us probably the most. So this is just the first of many things that we're going to be doing together. So I'm
Yes.
excited about it.
Oh,
I'm
how
really excited.
exciting. Wow. Were there any
Yeah.
challenges at all when y'all was recording the song? Did you face any challenges you had to overcome?
I don't
Well,
remember none, honestly.
Oh,
Latrice and I, we worked so well together. It was we were writing songs like it was water coming out of the faucet. We were just on a in the zone. We got together, we got in a lap, and it was nothing else mattered to she and I. We got there, we clicked, and we just started laying down songs like it was no tomorrow.
oh yeah.
And we loved it, every minute of it.
what was the most memorable time that y'all had in the studio that you can remember in the recording session?
For this song or
Yeah,
all together?
for this song, Nothing Without You.
Latrice, you can think of anything at all?
Um, I don't know. I think it's really interesting because the whole time we were recording, I have to say, it was just like running water. It was just everything
Mhm.
was perfect, and
Mm-hmm.
there was no difficulties. It just came. It just
Yeah.
came. Some songs are just like that. They just flow like water. They just happen, and it works out just wonderfully. And
Yeah.
that was one of those songs that just, was, so you can envision yourself walking along the beach, and in the wind blowing. It's one of those powerful songs, especially with the Spanish guitar and and everything.
Uh,
It's just wonderful.
yeah.
So I have to say
So y'all
that
had
it
time
just
had
clicked.
mm-hmm.
And
So you
just
had a
just
Yeah.
great
rem-
time in the
just
studio.
realize this song was written 24 years ago. This is
Oh,
a classic, timeless song that is
oh,
Yeah.
still is good half a quarter decade later.
yeah.
So remembering details for us might be hard, but like I said, it was a long time ago when the song came together, and it's
Yeah.
still a great song all these years later.
Right.
Some songs are just timeless like
Right.
that, you know?
Yeah. And it was about God. It was
Right,
a
that's right.
religious song at first,
Yeah.
but Andre gave us the idea to make it basically to basically make it have an ambiguous feel to it. So basically, it could be for a woman that you're in love with, or a man, or it could be about God, which is cool because you know it opens the door to so many things.
Yeah.
I
Because
can't
when I
live
hear
without you, Lord, or my husband, or
Mhm.
my wife. It's cool.
Yeah. Yeah,
Yeah.
for me personally, when I heard it, it was about God. That's the first thing I thought about was God.
Hmm.
So,
Yeah. If
so
you could just feel it, the
You can
connection.
feel it.
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, absolutely. You can feel the connection.
Yeah.
What was it, when who was the first person who heard the song outside of the creative team, and what was their reaction?
Latrice,
My husband.
who's answering?
Oh,
Okay,
Okay.
go
Latrice.
ahead. Go ahead, Walter.
No, no,
Go ahead.
you first, Latrice. No, you first.
Okay. My husband heard it and he thought that it was wonderful. He was just like, it's beautiful. He's like, just bring the volumes up and and everything. And he said it's
Mhm.
a really great song. And of course my parents, they were alive then, so they really believed in the song as well.
Oh, awesome. Oh, okay, okay.
Yeah.
How did your record company, Enthrone Entertainment, feel about the song when they first heard it? Andre Pittman.
Oh, he just said, this is it. I
Yeah.
mean, he's a man of little words when it comes to things like that. He was like,
Oh,
this is it. This is
okay.
it.
What is it about the song that you want the listeners to really grasp about it? Either one of you can answer that. Walter, what is it about the song?
I think, like we pointed earlier, that the song was actually written spiritually.
Yeah.
And I really hope the song gets in people's spirit. And honestly, in the times we're in, the spirit of love needs to be amplified more today than ever. I think if it can make you appreciate those around you, appreciate God, if it makes you like, you know what, without you, I'm really nothing. And that's actually a powerful thing to tell someone you love that, you know what, yes, I may be all that, whatever it is, but without you, I'm not really that much.
Yeah.
I think if people can really feel that within their spirit, because like I said, it was written spiritually. It wasn't written, which I think when you mentioned earlier, the person earlier about a big moment. I think because it was written in the spirit realm, it
Uh-huh.
had a huge impact in that song to us, everyone around us. Because I always have my network of ears. Whenever I work with the artists, my sister, my mom, some friends, I say, hey, I wrote the song. What do you think? And because when I played that song, they like, oh my God, I love that song. It's so beautiful. And people really loved it, from the jump.
Yeah. Oh, that's
Hmm.
that's that's a beautiful thing because I did as well. I did as well.
Hmm.
Latrice sings it so wonderfully, so beautiful.
Hmm.
It's just
Thank you. Thank you.
beautiful.
Yeah,
What?
it really it's one of those songs you can't help but sing it that way because you just connect to peace,
Yeah.
and like you said, a spirituality, you connect, and it just you know, and you just like I said, I just flowed with the song and it was amazing, and I love to connect to songs like that. It's something that's miraculous to me. It's just wonderful.
Yeah.
So
Beautiful. That's
yeah.
beautiful. Walter, as a producer, what separates a real producer from someone who just lays down tracks?
That's a great question. So in today's world, started, some time ago, producers no longer could actually play instruments. They can just go and download and sample but if you're a actually musician, you understand um theory, song structure, tuning. You know certain things that if you don't have the trained ear, you're missing.
Hmm.
And as a producer, you actually know, where things live in the song, how to make things pop. Understand when, certain chords not working with the vocals. You need to make an adjustment. And when usually people that I work with who are trying to be producers who didn't have the musical background, there's errors they just don't hear in the song. Like that doesn't sound right.
Oh,
The listener's gonna feel that, even though they may not like, even though listeners may not be musical inclined, you can still feel when something that's not right. There's something missing there. And then as a producer, it's your job to tie it together, and know when it's enough's enough. Like an artist trying to draw a painting, you got to know when to stop. Like stop adding paint to that canvas. It's
Yeah.
there, right? You
Yeah.
don't need it filling in. You don't need every single spot filled in. Let it breathe. Let
Mm,
there, a lot of times when you're a lot of amateurs, they want to fill in the songs with way too much music, and it
mm.
just kills the vibe. It kills the feel. So just knowing when to step back and say, you know what, this is perfect the way it is. You
Yeah, you
know.
just have to do that. Yeah.
Hmm.
When is so are y'all planning on doing a video for the song at all?
Yes. I think
Latrice,
you. Oh, you muted. You muted.
I think you're muted. Unmute yourself, Latrice.
There he goes. Oops. Do it again. There he goes.
Yes, we are planning to do a video.
Oh,
So I'm excited about that because I know it's going to be really good. So, yeah, we're planning on
uh,
doing a video. And that's going to really bring it to life when we do it on video.
have any
So
idea
that's
what?
do I have idea of how we're going to do it?
I
Well,
mean,
I'm
you
going
know.
to talk to Walter and Andre about it. I don't want to
Mhm.
give too much away, but it has a beach feel. It has a beach
Mm.
feel.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it does. And we can kind of go from there, something near water and something beautiful, scenic.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
wish we could fly to Spain.
Let's
But
let's do it.
I wish we could. I wish we could fly to Spain. That would be amazing. But
Mm-hmm.
it needs to be something that's powerful that's going to go with the song. Because if I'm walking in the wind and near the beach or near the water, it's going to have a strong, you know, it's going to have a strong message if we do that.
Yeah.
So I kind of am excited, and I think we definitely should do that. Have the perfect video for it. You
Yes,
Yeah.
know,
absolutely.
Absolutely, because it's a
yeah.
beautiful song. Walter, if you could describe this song in one word, what would it be?
Wow. One word.
One
I mean,
takeaway.
I think it's spiritual.
Latrice, what about you?
I think it's spiritual, and I think
One word.
it takes you to another place. It's very soothing. That's
Mhm.
the word that people keep telling me. It's very soothing.
Oh, it's very soothing.
It,
Oh, okay.
yeah, that's what I heard when DJ Epps played it on his show. He's the DJ actually for what's his name, LL Cool J on
Hmm.
Sirius Radio. So he played it, and he's like, it's very soothing. It's just amazing,
Yeah.
And so I thought, okay,
Yeah.
that's cool. So I got a chance for, other people to hear it and strangers and things. And so I thought, you know, it's always good to get criticism, whether it's good or bad. You
Yeah.
know,
Absolutely.
most of the criticisms that I had from, about our song was excellent. There's always
Hmm.
going to be somebody with some kind of raw, intense, comments because
Yeah.
they think they know everything. But, you take the good with the bad. And I was glad that he played it, because, you got to get as many listeners as you possibly can when you first put a song out, so the message will your song what you want it to go further and reach a whole lot of people. So, you know, I've been doing the work too. I don't just sit around and wait for PR. I do work too. So,
Yeah. Got
I say that, you promote your song as well as, the team promoting it. So, yeah, so I really think that it does bring a, it does talk about spirituality a lot.
yeah. Yes. Yes.
It
I think.
addresses it, so you could clearly assume it's either spiritual, it's, the ambiguity of it. You can figure it's spiritual or it's about a man or a woman. One of the two, one of the
Yeah.
three, rather. So, Yeah, but it's interesting because at the awards, I know, did you remember when Pastor Rick was up there speaking and he said, "Oh, you could turn this easily into a gospel song." And it was so funny
Right.
because I'm like, it
It was
was a
first.
gospel song,
Oh, yeah, yeah.
right? So
Yeah.
that was pretty cool. That was
Hmm.
cool. Yeah.
Wonderful. Yeah, it was beautiful. So it's Latrice, it's always a pleasure talking to you and having you on. And Walter, thank you for coming on and sharing your story with us and everything. Where can we find, of course, we can stream your song on all platforms.
Right. You
Right.
can. It's on all platforms. It's on www.aprartist.com/Lettrice dash Lawrence. And then it's on www.lettricelawrence.com slash music dash store. And you could go there and you could get it on all platforms if you go on either site. So it's
Yeah.
there.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
it's
So you have it there. Yeah. I like to make it easy for people because people are like, I can't find it. I can't, you know. So I'm like, okay, well, it's on my page.
Okay.
It's on my web page, and
Yeah.
then it's on this other AP artist page as well.
Yeah.
And so it's easy to find that way, and it's on all platforms.
All
Yeah,
right.
yeah.
Excellent. Walter, what's your handles?
I'm sorry, say it again.
What's your handles? Instagram or your YouTube?
Um, mostly Instagram, Walter Thompson 14.
Mhm.
And of course Facebook. My YouTube channel is actually all my band. I have a band,
Oh,
so most of our social media actually is my band. So usually you find me through my band.
what's the name of your band?
Reaction.
Reaction.
Yeah.
Okay.
So if you go on Instagram, Reaction Band 1985, that's when we were established.
All right.
That's my band
Awesome.
where we're pretty active band.
Yeah.
Oh
What
yeah,
Yes.
and they're good too. I mean, they play everything. They're good. And
was
my
it?
my dream is for us to sing our song with the band. That would be great.
When you're
Oh
ready,
wow. I got to make that
when you're ready to do it, and
All
keep in
right.
mind the musicians on the song with my band members, with
Yeah.
myself. So the thing is they already know the song already. They played it on the record.
Right, right.
So it's easy.
Oh,
That's
well,
excellent. That's what I'm talking about.
yeah,
Uh-huh.
that's a
Talk
blessing.
about music. Talk about musicianship, right?
Right.
That's amazing. All right.
Download the song Nothing Without You, and I want you to
Yeah.
subscribe to the Cindy Davis Show, like and share.